Welcome to Powering Project Success with Deltek Vantagepoint, intuitive reporting to ensure a profitable firm via profitable projects. Presented by Rick Childs, Senior Consultant at Full Sail Partners.
The company income statement. This is a document that most firms start with when determining the financial health of their business. For a lot of CEOs, only two numbers matter: gross revenue and net profit. The way one of my bosses put it was, hey, if we're making our profit margin, we don't need to look any further. Now, this might often be said, but I have found that it is not often followed to the letter. While it might not be the CEO's responsibility to do a little digging, that doesn't mean that a little bit of digging shouldn't be done. As indicated in the title of this webinar, I'd like to show you how Deltek Vantagepoint can help you research the numbers behind the numbers. This first report is designed to show individual summarized income statements by organization within the company. But let's give our CEO a slightly different look at the data. I'll bring up the previous one. So looking at these side by side, we saw that the first one was a income statement by organization showing separate income statements. The second one is sorted by account type and then by org. And this gives us, again, a better look at our big ticket numbers: total revenue, expenses, total operating profit and loss. At this point, it might be enough that the CEO in the meeting may have seen enough and can now leave and leave the remainder of the analysis to the division managers. Fair enough. Let's take another look at the data. In Vantagepoint, we have the ability to see all of our reporting on one screen. Here I have all of my favorites. And as you can see, they come from accounts receivable, project reporting, general ledger. Well, I can isolate on a particular group just by typing into the type here which ones I want. I can see the general ledger reports. I can see project reports or proposal. Also, if I want to look at a group of reports, I can use naming conventions in the name of the report and bring those up together as well, like I did here for this presentation. Now, we already looked at these income statements. Let's take a look at another income statement for the company produced out of project reporting. As you can see, in Vantagepoint, the project results match the financial results. We've got our year-to-date revenue of 5.6 million, year-to-date revenue of 5.6 million. Reimbursable expenses, 468,000. Reimbursable expenses, 468,000. And this is a very important distinction for Vantagepoint, so we can tie these numbers together. Also gives us the ability as managers to drill down and see what's really happening. In this case, on a year-to-date basis, matching the year-to-date financials. So as you can see here, we have the drill down capability. We can go within a division, see the project managers who have projects within that division, and then we can see the projects for each project manager. So this is year-to-date information. However, project managers really don't manage their projects on a year-to-date basis. They manage them on a project-to-date basis. So let's go ahead and take a look at that data for the project managers. We've just seen that it ties out to the financials. Let's go ahead and take a look at the project information for the project managers. So for our divisional managers and our project managers, here we have the results of our active projects that had activity for the year, okay, as our previous reports showed. But now we're looking at the project information on a project-to-date basis. We need to know what's our total contract amount. How much do we have under contract? We also need to know how much revenue we're generating and billing. When we have that, we can have our backlog, which is our total contracts minus the revenue, and know how much work we have outstanding under contract ready to be performed. Additionally, we can see how much we've spent on the contracts and see how that spent amount compares to the revenue we've been able to produce. Of course, then we do billing, and we're going to have receipts coming in and outstanding AR. So this information, as we've seen, ties to the income statements on an annual basis and helps us manage our projects on an ongoing basis. Now, this report is for the entire company, but each division manager can either have a report of their own, or here we can drill down and see, as we did earlier, that within each division, we have people managing projects and their results. Well, at this top level, I see that on the backlog, we've got negative backlog in the interiors department. We've also got negative variance. So this is kind of a red flag for me, and I want to be able to investigate and find out what's happening. So let's take a look at interiors. Looking at our backlog, we see that a few of the project managers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, are contributing to this negative backlog. So something's going on, and we want to find out what that is. Let's take a look at the first one for Christine here. Okay, on these projects, I find one here right away, American Standard. We've got negative 133,000 of backlog. Well, that just happens to match our revenue, and we have no contract put into the system. Another one here, no contract. Another one, no contract. So it's not that we're not doing good work, looks like. We're working it, we're billing it, but we just don't get the contracts into the system. Maybe they've got them out in an Excel spreadsheet or something, who knows, but we need to get them into the system so that everybody can be aware of what our contracts are and our backlog. Let's take a look at another one. Let's see what William Berry had. We had a pretty big negative there of a negative 151,000. Well, in this case, he's got contract in 408,000, but he's generated 560,000 of revenue on that, and we're busy billing and collecting. So possibly in this case, since we already have the contract, it's probable that we just have a change order that didn't get put through, and we just need to get William to get that taken care of. We could speculate on other clues that the data is giving us, but that's not our job. Our takeaway here is that Vantagepoint allows us to tie project data to financial data and gives us the ability to drill down into the data so that we can hold the proper conversations with divisional managers and project managers.
Thank you for watching. For more information or if you have any questions, please contact Full Sail Partners at info@fullsailpartners.com.